Hey kiddos, time for the daily bread. We're going to be reviewing another tract that one of you guys sent me, so let's hear it.
Daily Tract 360, Wisdom chapter 2, verse 1 through 3. For they have said, reasoning with themselves incorrectly, our lifetime is brief and tedious, and there is no relief with the limits of man, and no one is acknowledged to have returned from the dead. For we are born from nothing, and after this we will be as if we had not been, because the breath in our nostrils is like smoke, and conversation sends out sparks from the stirring of our heart. Therefore, when it is extinguished, our body will be ashes, and our spirit will be diffused like a soft breeze, and our life will pass away like a wisp of a cloud, just as a mist is dissolved when it is driven away by the rays of the sun and overpowered by its heat.
Kids, so one of you told me to check out Wisdom chapter 2, verse 3. I think this is a good verse to discuss because it can easily be taken out of context. And honestly, if you read Wisdom 2, you should start with Wisdom 1 first. But I'll try to explain what is being described starting in verse 1 of chapter 2. So it starts out saying that the non-believers reason with themselves incorrectly, okay? So for example, a non-believer thinks life is brief, boring, and we're limited because we die and they believe no one returns from death. So in school, they teach you evolution, which helps emphasize this point, right? That we're all just a blip on the radar and we die, and that's it. However, as believers, we know that in the beginning, we were made in the image of God to live forever. And we know that the only reason we die is because the wages of sin is death. Then it goes on to say that we're born from nothing, which is very interesting. Evolution teaches that same thing, that we all came from a big bang out of nothing. Nothing exploded, which is scientific impossibility. It's not possible, yet we call it scientific. And the other thing we assume from verse 2 and 3 is that when your body dies, your spirit dies too. And, we just go away like smoke in the wind. We know that's not true. Our spirits are very much alive after we die, whether we are believers of God or not, okay? So I caution you, children, to keep your roots in the Word of God and not in everything you learn in what is so-called science, okay? Evolution is one of the most dangerous falsehoods taught. It's not that science is bad, okay? Science is not bad, but it should be used to help us learn how God does things and how his laws work through observations. Anytime science starts to explain things that are not observable, that's when it gets into trouble, okay? So the Big Bang, evolution, millions of years, are all unobservable guesses that have been proven false scientifically, but they get pushed to disprove God's existence, okay? So they don't accept that they've been disproven, and they keep pushing it as if it was true. So if you're intrigued by my comments on science, I encourage you to watch the movie Is Genesis History? You can find the movie for free on YouTube. God bless. I love you.